Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A Rockford business owner known for his generosity is gunned down. His family reflects on the loss to the community.
An Illinois interstate is once again closed after a deadly dust storm. State police provide a brief update to the investigation into the fatal crash.
And a popular summer event returns to Rockford. We're live from the first Food Truck Tuesdays of the year. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
50-year-old Ezra Allen III is the latest murder victim in Rockford. He died after being shot Sunday night.
Nikel Delgado talked to some of Allen's friends and his wife. Nikel, how are they holding up?
Eric, Mimi, some are reminiscing of what their last encounter was with Ezra, while others are still trying to wrap their head around the news that he's gone.
That call. I wish I had made that call. Maybe he wouldn't have been where he was if I had made that call, but I never called. And that happened later on that day.
Sunday was the last day Anthony Brown talked to Ezra Allen III. Anthony tells me they were more than friends, they were brothers.
I took his father to appointments. I picked his daughter up from school when she was sick. We just brothers. There's no other way to describe it.
Ezra's wife says his death doesn't feel real, and she's just waiting for this nightmare to be over.
I'm expecting to see that door open down there, or even if he knew I was standing out here, him to come running out here to try to hug and kiss over me because he knew I was standing out here. Won't have that anymore, so it's rough to even just be standing here and know that he's not in there.
Ezra was a local small business owner for over 30 years, Javon's barber, the place Dante Shaw visited a few weeks ago, telling me he never thought it would be the last time he'd see Ezra.
Our interaction was, whenever we parted, I love you, bro. I love you. And that was that. I just didn't, I never would have imagined that would have been my last time seeing him and saying that to him.
Both men describe Ezra as a fun-loving and giving person, someone always willing to give the shirt off his back if one needed it.
It's actually going to affect, like I said, some of the homeless people in the community. So they're going to come to that door today. I mean, that door right now will be locked forever, unfortunately.
His friends saying they will forever miss the stories he told, his heart for others, and his presence in their lives.
He has a huge legacy that he's left behind him between his kids and his grandbabies. He just had a grandbaby 2 weeks ago.
This corner is going to be different forever.
49-year-old Lewis Brown was at the house Sunday night. He's charged with Ezra's murder. Eric?
Thanks, Nikel. A woman is seriously hurt after getting stabbed early this morning. Rockford police were called to Elm Street, just south of State Street, for some sort of fight. They found a woman stabbed. She was taken to the hospital with a life-threatening injury. No word on any suspects. If you know anything about the stabbing, call Rockford Police or Rockford Area Crime Stoppers.
A Forston man's accused of sexually assaulting a child. 67-year-old Michael Gaston's charged with 6 counts of criminal sexual assault. In February, police started to investigate Gaston after receiving a tip of possible criminal sexual abuse involving someone younger than 18. He's being held in the Ogle County jail without bond.
One person's hurt after a Rockford apartment fire last night. Fire crews were called to Pryal Avenue, just west of Rockton Avenue, around 9:30. Investigators say a grandmother got her grandchild outside safely. The adult went back inside to put the flames out with a fire extinguisher. The grandmother was taken to the hospital. All the tenants, except for those living in the apartment where the fire broke out, were able to go back inside. According to the fire department, some of the smoke detectors were missing or not working. Damage is estimated at $13,000. Rockford Alderwoman Linda McNeely will be laid to rest tomorrow. McNeely died last week at the age of 67. She served Rockford's 13th ward for 26 years. Her visitation is scheduled from 9 until 11 at Macedonia Baptist Church on Morgan Street. The funeral will be right after.
Illinois State Police have shut down the same stretch of Interstate 55 where there was a deadly pileup yesterday. They say dangerous conditions exist again today with high winds and low visibility. 6 people were killed in the 72-car pileup. Illinois State Police say they have tentatively identified 4 victims, but 2 others remain unidentified. This all happened near the town of Farmersville, south of Springfield. Diesel fuel spilled on the roadway. The EPA was called out to clean it up. The pileup was 2 miles long. It will take days to remove all the wreckage.
At this point, this is just a terrible series of converging circumstances, very unusual and a terrible loss of life. And we are all grieving for the people who died here yesterday.
In addition to the dead, 37 others were transported to area hospitals with injuries ranging from minor to life-threatening.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court rules a hospital cannot be forced to give ivermectin to a COVID-19 patient. That decision upholds a lower court ruling. A man had sued Aurora Healthcare when doctors refused to treat his uncle with the deworming drug commonly used in cattle and livestock. It's also approved for human use to fight parasites and certain skin conditions. Ivermectin became popular among some people after claims it was a cure for COVID.
It's the first week of May, the unofficial start to summer events in the state line.
Tonight kicks off Food Truck Tuesdays at Rockford's Nicholas Conservatory. That's where we find Tom Lewis. Tom, how's it going out there?
Eric and Mimi, every flavor of the food palette on display here at Food Truck Tuesday. Nicholas Conservatory and Gardens along the Rock River. We're talking with the owner of Jamaican Jammin' Jerk Grill. Hi, Renee.
Hi, how are you?
Renee Radaway owns this truck. If people aren't familiar with what Jamaican Jerk Chicken is, kind of give them what the little flavor of what it is.
Jamaican jerk chicken is a Caribbean spice. It's known all around the Caribbean, and we do a lot of fusions over here with it. So we don't just do jerk chicken. We do jerk chicken fries. We're offering jerk bowls this year.
Let's take a look at this jerk bowl. That looks fantastic. Wow. What is it? Now, obviously chicken's in there. You got some sauce?
Yes. Yes. We have a Southwest sauce on there. So that's our Southwest Chipotle bowl with jerk chicken. And then we're offering a new dish this year, our gourmet chicken and waffles.
Mackenzie, do you make the chicken and waffles?
I myself do not make the chicken and waffles, but I do pass them out the window when people order them. So I think that's pretty effective.
A very pleasant, beautiful face to do that. They're going to love seeing you down here. What is it about food truck food? When people eat it, they feel happier. Is it because it's just so fresh?
It's fresh and, you know, everything's cooked to order. And then you're just out and about in the community. We're getting out of those winter blues now.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
All right, well, best of luck with the truck.
Thank you.
And how do you find you on Facebook?
Facebook, Instagram. We're on all social media platforms. And we also have a physical location inside of Cherry Vale Mall.
Awesome.
So you don't have to just wait for the truck.
Awesome, Renee. Thank you. All right, you heard it here. Food Truck Tuesday at Nicholas Conservatory and Garden. Mimi and Eric back inside to you.
You can almost smell all of that food through the television. Thanks, Tom.
Today, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the U.S. conducted a major operation targeting darknet opioid traffickers.
Law enforcement made hundreds of arrests and seized millions of dollars in cash. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson shows us why this bust may not be the last.
The Justice Department is taking strong action to crack down on drug traffickers operating online.
You can try to hide in the furthest reaches of the internet, but the Justice Department will find you and hold you accountable for your crimes.
In an international operation lasting 2 years, Attorney General Merrick Garland says 288 arrests were made and law enforcement seized over $53 million in cash and crypto.
This represents the most funds seized and the highest number of arrests in any coordinated international action led by the Justice Department.
In one case, Garland said a Florida man was sentenced to 16 years in prison for selling fentanyl, heroin, and meth to more than 6,000 darknet customers.
The drug traffickers are confident that by operating anonymously on the dark web, they can operate outside the bounds of the law.
Operations like these are part of the Biden administration's response to the 100,000 plus Americans who died in 2021 from preventable drug overdoses.
It is also a public health and safety imperative.
FBI Deputy Director Paul Abate says the dark web is one of the most dangerous places to purchase any type of drugs. He promises the FBI will keep working to bring dealers to justice.
We will not let the shadows of the darknet dim our vision of a safer, more just, and brighter future for our communities.
Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, we are finally going to get rid of that low pressure system that has kept our temperatures below average over the last couple of days and has brought the wind with it as well. We've got one more day here that we're dealing with the wind, but that low pressure system moving out. Now, water vapor imagery, love to show this because it gives us a good depiction of what is going on kind of in the middle part of the atmosphere. And we've got our main low pressure system over the eastern Great Lakes. But what I thought was so cool to point out are these little eddy kind of looking features here rotating around that main low pressure system. Those are those little lows that rotate around a larger area of low pressure, and that is why we had cloud cover move back in here for us late this morning and throughout the afternoon. We've been bringing in a little more moisture up above, but at the surface we are still dry, so that's why we really haven't had much in the way of rainfall despite some of that showing up on radar. Now, we look a little further to the west. We've got a ridge of high pressure developing over the Rockies or east of the Rockies, and then you've got another area of low pressure, a deep low moving across the west coast. Both of these two features are actually going to work in conjunction to bring our temperatures up over the next couple of days, and this is how. Here's that cold low pressure system. Watch what happens. That will move out, but a part of it kind of retrogrades back across southern Canada and then merges with this next low out over the west coast. Out ahead of that, we get this ridge of high pressure. It pushes the jet stream up to the north, so that will bring our temperatures up here later this week and for the weekend. Now, anytime we start to get a little bit of a pattern change, there is that possibility that we may have a better chance for a couple of showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two. So we could see that pattern turn into early next week. I mentioned that rainfall at least showing up on radar. Here it is working down well south of the region across central Illinois. A couple of sprinkles down there for us. We've got cloud cover and wind that'll stay with us this evening. We take a live look with our Mercial SkyTrack camera here up in Beloit. We've got cloud cover. Those clouds will stay with us through about sunset. And then after that, I think our skies will begin to clear out. Temperature-wise right now, we're at 57 in Freeport, 56 here in Rockford, still with that north-northwesterly wind at 10 to 20, even 25 miles per hour. Our weather watcher Terry this last hour in Genoa checking in at 54 degrees. Relative humidity sits at 50%, so still pretty dry out there. Mike in Forreston started off with some sunshine, but had the clouds come right back in, no rain. Temperature sits at 56 currently. We'll clear things out here as we go through the night tonight, down around 32. Some patchy frost possible going into tomorrow. 62 for Wednesday afternoon. May see a couple of showers on Friday, and then we'll watch for a few showers going into next week, but temperatures will be warming.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
The Packers are throwing their support behind Jordan Love at quarterback, but not all of their support. They decided against picking up the fifth-year option on his contract. Instead, they've extended his contract by one more year into 2024. Love can make up to $22.5 million next year, depending on how he performs. Only $13.5 million of that is guaranteed. That is far more money than the $2.3 million that Love will make this coming season. Love has played in only 10 games with the Packers so far, starting 1. Well, the Ice Hogs are off to Texas, where they will try to keep their season going. It's on life support right now. The boys got in one final skate at the BMO this morning before flying out of the Rockford Airport for Cedar Park, Texas, a northern suburb of Austin. And the Hogs hope it wasn't the final time that they would take the ice at the BMO for this season. They have to win 3 straight in Texas against the Stars to advance to the next round of the Calder Cup playoffs. No one likes to be down 2 games to none, but this adversity is part of the growth process that will help these young players in their development. And they've proven so far this season that they can handle adversity.
I think our season's been a little bit like that, with all the overtime games we've been in, and even just getting into the playoffs, the last stretch, and then the play-in games, the overtime games there. So I think it's really good for them to be in those situations. Obviously, we want a different score than we're in right now. We're down 0-2, but you know what? There's lots of positives to take out of our last couple of games too. We have a couple of things we got to clean up, and we do that, I feel really good about our game here.
Nobody wants to be down 0-2, but if you have to be down 0-2, it would probably be with this group of guys, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's the beautiful thing about this group. I think these first 2 games we've been in both of them. I think we've had good opportunities, good looks. Puck just hasn't gone our way, and there's nobody I'd rather be in the trenches with than this group of guys in here. I mean, I think we've battled all year. We're battle tested, and I think it's a good opportunity for us to go down to Texas and show what we're all about for sure.
Game 3 of the series will be played tomorrow night at 7 o'clock again in Texas. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Tonight on News Nation, she's fighting the plan to build a Chinese-backed factory next to her farm. Now, this Michigan resident claims she's facing retaliation from the state, and she's talking to Leland live in a one-on-one exclusive. Plus, an American still missing in Syria. But is the U.S. government doing enough to bring him home? That's tonight on Balance. See why more people are turning to News Nation. To find News Nation, go to joinnn.com.
We've got the cloud cover out there tonight, but we're not going to see the rainfall as that continues to work to the south of us here this evening. Skies are expected to stay mostly cloudy, and we've got the wind too. So now that we've lost the sunshine, it does feel a little cooler out there. So keep that in mind if you are heading out here the next couple of hours. But we should lose some of the cloud cover after sunset, down to 33 tonight. Could be some areas of patchy frost early tomorrow. Still a little breeze from the northwest, 62 on Wednesday. Temperatures then climb into the 70s, 71 on Thursday. Could see some showers by Friday, so that may keep us in the 60s, but warming up into early next week.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.